This is the Man Stop It podcast. Man Stop It. Man Stop It. Because we just left up out of there after that. Church was over with. We just went out the door and we left. And I took him home. Took him back to the crib, and I got back on the bus and I went home. So I went back to the crib. So that was the first time, he got shot. Then we went to church. So another time he gets shot in the chest, 59. So he had called me that morning. He had called my phone crying. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So he called my phone crying. So he like, me and my brother just had a fight. I'm like, who? He talking about Melly. I'm like, what you do? What you do? He cried, I ain't do nothing. But I know Brian. Brian stayed into it with his brothers, when you got a house full of young men, it don't matter. Women, young men, whatever. Siblings gonna get into it, and he got into it with his brothers, and they got into it with each other, all of them. So, but you couldn't touch one arm or fuck with one arm, because they gonna go to bat for one another. You feel me? So, after he called me, he just was crying. So then we hung up. He gone. So now he go on 59. He made it over there somehow on 59. But them niggas over there, MOB, they had got into it with some niggas, you know what I'm saying? And they see Brian, he come up, you know what I'm saying? And they telling him, like, nigga, get in the crib, why you outside? You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't want him outside. So he's just limping, because he's still limping. He just got shot. So he limping. They telling him, get your ass in. So from what I heard, he was on his way across the street. And the guys that they got into it with pulled up in a car, right? So my son on his way across the street, they pull up, bail out, put a pipe to his, pipe to him, to his face or something. So he tell motherfucker, man, I just got shot, man. Get that motherfucker out of my face, bro. My son told me this, you know what I'm saying? I asked him what happened. So he tell me, they bail out, they pull out, put it in his face, he knock it down, knock it out his face. So he knock it out his face. The nigga who had it then, he jumped in the car, he just sat in the car. So the other nigga grabbed it, like, man, get here. He grabbed it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what my son told me. And he bailed out. So now he got it on him. So now one of his partners, my son's partners, he blowing from a distance, it's a camera right there, he don't wanna get on camera, you feel me? So he out the way, you feel me? So dude, like, he don't know where shit coming from, you feel me? So he don't know nothing. He startled, he like, looking around like, where that shit coming from? But all the time, motherfucker at him, you feel me? So I guess I take my son took off because he got shot dead center in the chest. Dead center in his chest. But it didn't go through his chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it went through his muscle. It's like his right side of his chest, through the tissue, through the muscle, out the shoulder. So I take it like, by somebody blowing at him, he don't know what's up. So my son take off, I guess. And that's when, it must have called him as he was turning and went in. And that was a good thing because it didn't go through or tear nothing up and none of that, right? So now I get another call. Brian got shot. Brian got shot. So now, like I say, I ain't driving. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the crib. So now I get on a bus. I'm close to the county hospital. So now I get on a bus, right? I get over there. I get up there. He called me as I'm walking in the hospital. He, Dad, where you at, Pops? I'm like, man, I'm coming in the hospital. And he called me. So I said, okay, good. That's a good thing. That was a relief for me. You feel me? So when I get in the hospital, I see my baby. You know, I go to the back, whatever. They take me to the back. I see my baby. We talking. I talk to him. So he showed me. He just laying there, you know, like he ain't in pain and nothing. So I saw the wound in the front of his chest, and I saw his shoulder, big ass hole. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to him, and I'm like, Brian, you know that was God. God was with you, man. You know, God was with you, bro. You know, you got hit dead center in your chest, bro, and it came out your arm, bro. It went through his tissue, his muscle tissue, like in his chest. It went through there, didn't touch nothing, didn't break nothing, didn't touch nothing, none of that, right? So we sitting there and stuff. Now I want to talk to the doctors. So the doctor come over and talk to me. So I'm standing right by his bed. So the doctor talking to me, and they say like we got to keep him for 6 hours, you know, to make sure and check and keep check on him for 6 hours to make sure it didn't hurt nothing or damage nothing. So I'm like, so what? You know, it went in his chest. So is he okay? So the doctor's like, could you step over here? Let me talk to you. So my son, he looking. No, I want to hear. I want to hear it, pops. No, I want to hear it. So we stand there. The doctor stand there. I'm like, just let him, you know. So the doctor telling us and stuff. The doctor's telling me. So Brian's eyes and like this and his ears open. So now doctor telling me like, nah, he's okay. Uh, it didn't go through. It didn't tear nothing up. It didn't break nothing. It just went through the right side of his muscle and came out his shoulder. And he's okay. He's gonna go home. And then and when he heard that shit, he changed, man. You know, he was like, you know what I'm saying. So now, uh, after the doctor tell us that, we go back out waiting and shit. Then they release him. They say we sat there 6 hours. So now they say they finna release him, discharge him. So okay, we like okay. So man, his mama, we go back there, we getting them ready and stuff like that. So uh, I don't know what he did, but he did something to piss his mom off, and she didn't play with his ass. You know, I'm more, and she used to get on me about how spoiled he was and all this and that, and I'm more the one that boiled the shit out of him. She didn't play with none of them, so she trying to help him. I guess put his shirt, because he got shot in his arm and shit. So we had to help him put his shirt and his shoes on. So as we helping him to put his shirt and his shoes on, he I don't know, his mama was helping him. So I don't know what happened, but she said something. He said something smart, and she just went off on his ass. She said, you know what? I ain't finna help you do shit, man. Your daddy better help your ass. Because I ain't helping you do shit, motherfucker. She used to cuss his ass out. She didn't play with him. So I was like, all right. So I went over there helping him. I'm telling him, like, Brian, what the fuck is you doing? What is you talking about, bro? Stop talking to your mama like that, bro. I told you about that shit. Now you cool. You cool. Now you want to get an attitude and this and that. No, man. Your ass got a blessing, man. You got a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pops, yeah, all that shit. No, nigga, no, you just pissed her off. So she walk out. You know what I'm saying? So I just put on his shirt, help him put on his shoes, and shit. We get ready. We walk up out of there. He walking normal. Ain't shit wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit wrong. He just got a hole in his chest, and we get up out of there. We walk up out of there, and we walk into the car, and he just mumbling and mumbling man, shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So we go to the car, we get in the car, so She dropped me off at home, and she dropped me off at home, and they left, and they went back home. So he was cool. That's the second time he got shot. You know what I'm saying? So okay, after that, I don't see him until like that following week. After that,